Hi, Wendy. How's it going?
Hmm? Oh, hi, Phil. It's you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Not too bad.
You could try to sound more convincing when you say that.
It's just, I had my interview this morning.
Of course. How did it go?
Awful. I want to be a doctor so much, but after that interview...
Oh, come on. I'm sure it wasn't that bad. You've got nothing to worry about with your marks.
Thanks, I know. But I'm pretty sure they want more than just good grades. I mean, this is medical school. I read somewhere that for every place at university, at least 10 people apply. There are so many people who are expecting me to get into medical school. What do I do if I don't? I'd be so embarrassed.
But you didn't just get good marks. You got the highest marks at school in every subject. If only I had grades like yours. And I'm sure you did your best. You always do. So, anyway, what happened at your interview that you seem to think went so badly?
Well, I was so nervous, I could hardly speak. I must have sounded like a mouse.
But they're expecting people to be nervous. Who was interviewing you?
Oh, it was 2 senior doctors from the hospital, plus a second-year medical student who's studying on the course now.
Well, OK, but remember, they've all done the same interview once. They must have understood how you were feeling.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm still convinced that I did something wrong. Doctors have to be really confident, don't they? I mean, they have to tell nurses what to do, and they also have to make decisions that could mean life or death.
Well, I suppose.
And you can't be nervous when you're talking to a patient. I mean, can you imagine? If you were my patient and you said, "Oh, Dr. Wendy, do you think I'll be all right?" And then you'd hear me saying, I think you'll be fine.
You don't sound like that.
But
Listen to me, Wendy. You don't sound like that. I promise you. And anyway, what's the worst thing that can happen? OK, let's just imagine that you don't get a place at medical school this year.
oh,
Just imagining. Anyway, what would you do? OK, well, I know what I'd do. I'd apply again next year, and I'd take advantage of the time off to do something really interesting. In fact, I'd do something that I knew would help me in my interview next year.
like what?
Well, you say you need more confidence, right? Well, do some research. Find out what you could do that will help you become more confident. I don't know, like you could try acting. Yes, what about that? You could get a job during the day, and then in the evenings you could take part in a play or something. And don't forget, that would only be if you didn't get a place on the medical course, which you will, of course.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Thanks, that's really helpful. Actually, that reminds me. Did you say there was something you wanted to ask me about?
Ah, yes, I've got an interview at the business school at the university next week, and I wanted to ask you to give me some advice. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of questions they're going to ask me.
Right, okay, well, let's have a think.